Could you just say something?
Okay, check 1 2, check 1 2,
Is it cool?
1 2 3, 1 2 3.
Okay. Um, is the music okay? Can you hear it? Is it
That's
okay?
coming through some phones here.
We wanted
Done.
some
Phones
music in
are
the
out.
background.
You want it?
Well, that's fine, just the way it is now.
Well,
If you want that music behind it, so.
But not
you
through the
could-
headphones.
Can't
This
you put
right
music
here.
on? Do you have another track that
Yeah,
you
we
can
can
do
play
it?
some music on the video,
Okay.
so we don't need no extra, just so it's in the background.
Because if
Okay.
you do that and have this music, it's going to clash.
Right.
Okay.
1 2 1 2 1 2.
Okay. Mr. Kent, could you tell us your name and your occupation?
My name and my occupation. My name is Herbert Rogers Kent. I'm a jack of all trades, I guess. Now I'm a radio personality. I do some TV and some writing.
How did you come to work in Chicago State?
I did a interview show on the cable channel that has a sound stage. Where is that? They have this nice big stage where they have performing arts and acts and stuff like that. So in the same building, I did a interview with Professor Karen, and shortly after that she indicated that she would like me to come here and teach. Before that, 3 or 4 years before that, I worked with the summer program, the distance learning thing. So I've been here any number of years, really.
Is teaching at Chicago State something that you kept seeing yourself doing before you started doing it?
Is teaching something that I've been seeing myself doing before I started doing it?
Yeah, like could you have seen yourself doing this?
Not,
Something-
not really. I have thought what I would do if I decided to retire. I don't think I'll ever retire out of this game, but if you don't retire, they may not renew your contract. So I was thinking that teaching radio and TV might be interesting.
Okay. What qualities do you think students need to be successful in radio?
What qualities do students need to be successful in radio? Well, first of all, they really need to be determined, and they need to be really focused, and they need to be able to endure a lot of hardships in this game. They need to be bright. They need to be personable. They need to have a knowledge of national, local news, knowledge of music. They should just be all around knowledgeable and personable.
There was a story in the paper in Indigo, and I read about you before I became a student here, and it was talking about how you, when you were first starting out, you went to a radio station. I'm not sure if it was in Milwaukee or Wisconsin or whatever, and you and this white guy came down to you and this white personality, and you knew that you were the better fit for the job, that you didn't get the job, and you felt like it was probably because you were black. And years later, the same man came back, and he was asking you for a job. When things like this happens, like, getting passed up for a job for whatever reason, and you know that you're the best fit for the position, what has given you that extra oomph to keep going and to be persistent? And
Well,
how important is that?
It happened years ago, and it can still happen today, too. You got to realize that you're black, and there'll be a lot of obstacles in front of you. I mean, if you look at radio and TV, the majority of performers are white. You're asking me how to overcome obstacles, racial barriers, and
Yes.
stuff like that. Answering that question really goes back to the way I answered the prior question. You really need to be focused, and you need to be able to absorb a lot of hard licks, and you need to know that these things are going to happen if you're black, and you need to know that you should be a notch better and above, and you really have to be prepared. Really have to be prepared for this. The station that almost hired me, as you said, the guy years ago came to us for a job. I wasn't the one to make the decision, but I tried to help him. I think that he was just so hurt when he could not hire me. I don't think it was his fault. I think the white guy and I tied for the job, but they gave the powers over him probably said, let's go with the white guy, because they really didn't know what they were going to do with the black announcer in that job. So that's...
You've gone through a lot. You worked at WBON for WBON for some years, and I know you reminisced on those times and just the whole mood of the radio station and all the friends that you met there. And now you're at D103, and I know the Clear Channel has just become this monster kind of within itself. How do you stay abreast of all of the changing trends, and how do you stay the legend how do you stay the legend that you are? You know, how do you stay this
okay,
icon?
how do you keep up with the trends and the changes? From where I worked at WVON from 1960, and here it is 45 years later for Clear Channel. Well, I think just staying abreast of what's going on and working with other announcers and watching the music change, watching high tech, our equipment change, and you're just carried along on a wave, you know. And I'm one that I did want to stay back in the 60s. I can't be a 60s disc jockey and work for a Clear Channel station in 2005. The fit wouldn't be there. So I'm flexible, if that's the way I can answer that question.
A couple more questions. I know that you have a horse, Dusty Stepper, and I heard on the radio that you just purchased a new brown jag. I think chocolate jag is how you described it. I was just wondering, what are some of the amenities, what are some of the things that your life in radio has afforded you?
Oh, those are perks. What are the perks in radio?
Yes, definitely.
The Jaguar is a charcoal gray,
Okay.
and this one is from my sponsor, Howard Orloff, and I'll keep it till I get 4,000 miles on it, then they'll give me another one.
Wow.
Before that, I had 3 Cadillacs from Williams Cadillac, and those were leased for 2 years and given to me. Those are some of the perks. The sponsor identification. I've had nice cowboy boots from Acala's. My horse I had to buy myself, and most trips are paid that I take. You know, I've been on like 7 cruises, maybe more than that. It was a semi-working thing. The cruise was paid for. I only had to work maybe 2 hours and then see a show, and the deal was done. There are many perks in this game. Probably not only for myself, but for TV performers. You eat free. Sometimes people won't let you pay the check. On occasion, the police will stop you, and you won't get a ticket. All kinds of things.
Okay. Last question. What do you hope that Chicago State students who study under you walk away with?
What do I hope Chicago State students who study under me walk away with? That's simple, a job in radio or TV, either as an announcer, producer, director, but everyone that goes here probably has nice thoughts of becoming expert in this business.
Thank you so much for your time.
All right, thank you.
Budget started.
It hurts.
Sorry, technical difficulties.
No open hand, no open hand, no. It was by angel allowed. I command you wicked one to open the door.
Let's go.
No, why you looking at me? But I know all my friends like she did it. And I'm here for sure. And I played this girl named Robin. We had a meeting yesterday with everybody, the whole
It's coming out pretty good. Okay, very good. Oh, you got a wireless one. Yeah, very good.
What happened?